What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? Just gonna wait a minute. I think Nick should be here in a few minutes, and if not, then the show goes on either way. But I'll wait a minute to let some viewers trickle in, see how everyone's doing. While I check and see who has seen this. All right. I'll just wait and see who's available. Ugh. Man, I feel good for once in my life because of everything that happened in the last few days. In fact, I need to pull one of those things up because if Nick joins us, I want him to see it. Go away. Nope, go away. I signed in like an hour ago, but okay, cool. Guess I'll go fuck myself. Jesus Christ, another one? You made me do this earlier. I hate when they give you the verification shit. It's like I'm the one logging in. I know that it's me. Yes, I know someone signed into my account. It was me. I'm the one who signed into my account. Alright, where are you, son of a bitch? Where are you? Here we go. Here. There we go. I think that works. Yay. Oh, I can't wait for you guys to see this. But I can't spoil it either, you know? Oh, maybe you won't give a shit, but I do. I think it's cool. Oh, man. I ate too much pizza to be doing this. I truly do suffer for my art, man. I don't know why I do this to myself. Where are you, you son bitch? Thanks. That's not what I asked, but thank you. Oh, what a frabulous week this week has been. Dick Cheney finally goes back to hell where he belongs. We get an actual candidate who doesn't suck total dog shit in the second biggest political office in the land. I mean, those are kind of the big deal things. But what else has gone on? We get the new fucking Del Toro Frankenstein on Netflix tomorrow. I would have gone to theaters to see it if any of the fucking theaters near me were playing it. We also get the new Predator tomorrow. You could do Predator Stein, Franken Predator. You could watch both of them. I'm probably just gonna watch one day and then one another. But it's not illegal. You can do what you want. I can't fucking tell you what to do. I'm not a cop. Wish I could get this goddamn thing out of my teeth, but I can't, so fuck me. Persevere. We'll do it together. God damn, there's some cool stuff here. Ugh. Can I get a good source for this information? All right. Well, I might as well get started while some people trickle in. So everyone talked about Mamdani on Tuesday, and that was definitely a big deal. But there were other races going on, including notably this one in Seattle between Katie Wilson and Bruce Harrell is his name. Now this does not look great that Bruce Harrell has a lead because he's just like a boring ass shit lib corporate Democrat, and Katie Wilson actually doesn't suck dick. Or maybe she does in her free time. I don't know. That's not my business. But she's actually like a decent candidate, is what I mean. So, yes, he is currently leading because, unlike most of them, this one I think was conducted largely via the mail, which means it takes longer. But um, the distance between them has narrowed, minimally, granted. And the theory for why it's taking as long as it does is that the left leaning voters in Seattle cast their ballots later and via mail and all that shit. So it's not over yet. It's not, well, I don't want to speak ill of Katie Wilson. She's great. It's just that it's not as big a deal as New York City because it's Seattle and not New York City. But I'd still prefer she win. And hell, even if she didn't, it's still a great night. Great. It's not Super Tuesday, but you know what I mean. Oh, her campaign is they're still optimistic. So I'm gonna take from that the sign that I should also be optimistic. Yeah. So hopefully things will work out in her favor, and we'll get Katie Wilson as mayor of Seattle. That'd be nice. Fucking Voss should be happy. He's the one campaigning and canvassing and everything for her. He's going hardcore at that shit. Anyway, while I open a new tab, I'm taking that off screen because I don't want to accidentally show anything I'm not allowed to, which could very easily happen when you open Twitter. Where are you, you bastard? This is probably also worth discussing, if for no other reason than because it's very, very funny. White House guest faints during Trump event in Oval Office. I'm not sure why, because I've heard almost nothing. So I'm gonna find out with you. We're gonna learn together. Very ironic that this happened during a announcement about lowering the cost of obesity drugs. Oh, he was a rep of one of the healthcare companies. Okay, I'd heard he was like a foreign dignitary or something. I don't know. He interrupted the Eli Lilly CEO speech. That's awesome, dude. Now here's the thing is, can we find the video of it? Because the video is the part I actually want to discuss. Oh, here we go. Uh, sound. Fuck it, it doesn't really matter. Here, I'll put it on full screen for you. So this guy's talking, blah 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 blah. We're gonna fucking steal money from innocent people and jack up the price of insulin and kill everyone for fun because we're Eli Lilly and that's what we do. I don't know when in the video it happens, or I'd fast forward to then. So I'm just gonna watch this shit. Blah 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 blah. Eat shit and fuck you. Oh damn. Oh man, he's fucking okay. Okay, so that was like a full-on old man seizure moment type of thing, and Trump is just fucking standing there. Oh, that's great. Oh, oh, sweet, we got more angles. Nice, nice. Oh wait, this isn't a different angle. This is Trump. My God, he looks fucking hideous now. That's not the subject of this video, but why the fuck does he look like this? He looks like he's dying. Okay, and fuck you, Nexstar. I don't want that shit on my screen. Now, where is the video where you can see RFK? Because there's a video of this where you can see RFK. Let me go find that. Because RFK is the really fucking funny part. Fuck you, I don't care. Go away. Go away. Come on. I don't care about this fucking guy. Just show me the. Here we go. So RFK Jr. just he fucking walks away whistling Dixie. It is so funny. I don't know why. I don't know if he was like if he had something to do with it or I couldn't tell you. All I know is that it's really fucking funny. I choose to believe that he did it. I choose to believe that he gave him like mercury poisoning like he has or whatever it is that he says he had. Whatever it is that gave him the fucking brain worm. Oh man, I love this planet sometimes. I really do. It's a cesspit. It's fucking horrible to live here more often than not. But god damn it, there's some funny shit occasionally. Oh, fuck. Oh. Hang on, let me just type this message. Oh god. You like the ASMR of me trying to get shit out of my teeth? I think that's enough of that. I feel like I'm going to alienate viewers if I do that too long. Oh, good. Nick is on his way. All right. I was worried that he had a rebound of his illness, but seems like he's doing good. I'm saving something for him because he's a big fan of this thing like I am. So I want him to be here when you, the viewers, first see it. Ugh. And I'm regretting scheduling this show at 8 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays because I'm very tired. It happens to go on right after I've eaten because the choices are that or not eat dinner till like 10 p.m. So I'm very full and I'm very drowsy, but I'm powering through because I love you more than I love sitting on my fat ass and watching stuff. Well, that's not true, but I I care enough about you, my audience, that I'm going to the trouble. I'm Jesusing myself for you. I am taking great pains to make entertaining content for you ungrateful bastards that I love so much. Whom I love so much. This glass is so cool. Not just because it says Sam Adams on it, which I do like that beer, but I love how this thing is shaped. And I also love committing the sin of drinking water out of it. Oh. Here, let me crack this thing open again and see if there's anything I can use to fill the time. Fuck you, that's not what I said. Eat my shit, eat my hair, eat my shit and hair. All right, I'm sharing this one with everyone. Not even so much like the caption because that's mildly amusing, but I just I love that that's what his legacy is. I love that we make memes of like his last moments on Earth. I love that his very last words, which were also racist, are now like the words people use to make fun of him and do parodies. Oh my god, that's nuts. All right, I'm following this lunatic. Oh, they're talking about okay. For some reason everyone's talking about that show 911 on Twitter. Uh I guess people think that there's something gay in it or I don't know. I've never watched this show. All I know is that I guess they went to space in the latest season somehow. I have no fucking idea what this show is. Has anyone actually watched 911? I keep wanting to call it 9/11 because I have never watched it and I have no fucking clue what it is. I have no idea if it's any good. It's network TV, so I doubt it. No. Thank you, Alex. I'm glad that you were able to contribute something so helpful to the discussion. I'm gonna try to find out how the fuck they go to space because, from my understanding, it's a show where they like do EMT shit. I can't with the propaganda. I think 911 in particular is like more about firefighters and all that bullshit. Oh, okay. So, can I get a source that isn't fucking AI horseshit? All right, I guess I'll take it. So, I guess what happens is that one of them saves a tech CEO who then invites her on a commercial space flight that then goes wrong because the plot needs to happen. Because there was the poster of her in space, and I'm like, I thought this show was about fucking EMTs. Also, my beef for missing Tuesday was watching the election. You should have watched it here. We were covering the election. Well, I mean, partially. Oh my god, I love that you can just fucking advertise nicotine shit on the internet now. I mean, I suppose well, you can't advertise cigarettes, but you can advertise whatever the hell Rogue is. I'm not giving these motherfuckers free press. I don't believe in banning drugs, but if there's any drug that is completely fucking not worth your time at all, it's goddamn nicotine. Okay, yeah, so they're just like stranded in space, I guess. I've never watched this fucking show in my life. I don't know how it works. Maybe it actually makes sense in context. I honestly couldn't tell you. Do not show me AI horseshit, Google. Do not ever show me AI horseshit. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be reminded that it exists. I can't wait till the industry fucking collapses. It's going to be so funny when it does. They just ended up there somehow. Well, that makes as much sense as half of the plot points and shit I watch. I mean, I'm a Star Trek fan. You don't really get to fucking complain about improbable actions. The AI bubble is like 15 times larger. Is like 15 larger. I'm assuming you meant times than the .com one. Good, because we remember how the .com one went, and I really hope this one kills the AI industry because it's fucking toxic. It's devil tech. It shouldn't exist. It is literally like Lovecraftian mind poison for the human psyche. It's bullshit. Like basically, what it does is it makes it so you can't tell reality from fiction, even more than is already true. And what do we gain for it? I don't know. You can create like a little video of Chewbacca doing the fucking stanky leg. I mean, that's funny, I guess, but it would have been funnier if a human being animated that. The Sora videos are disgusting. Yeah, well, I mean, all AI is disgusting, but like Sora, oh my fucking god, don't ever put Sora in front of me. I don't need you to generate a video of a husky screaming. I have a husky. I can listen to her scream. Or I can go and watch videos of actual huskies screaming. Like that's funny, charming. Like it makes me happy because yes, animals being cute and strange. But if it's AI generated, it's like, yeah, okay. I guess that's what it would look like if a husky screamed. What does it give us? Like my imagination can produce this shit. Yeah, exactly. My like maybe you fucking chat cells can't figure out how it works, but I've got this. I've got a powerful brain in this head of mine, and I'm a think Chad. I can think. I can imagine things. It literally solves no problems, but creates 100,000 more. It creates like deepfakes, AI. They are going to fuck our society in the ass if we don't stop them right now. I mean, they already are. We're already getting like Trump posting AI videos of himself having explosive diarrhea over crowds. Um, we're getting hang on, let me find this fucking story. It was a few weeks ago. Um, Trump. Okay. Trump AI medbeds video. I forgot they used fucking Danger Zone for that because they have like one idea. Oh my god, somebody joined. Hello.
What's up?
Hello. We're talking about how AI is going to kill us all.
Oh, I have fun things to say here.
Oh yeah.
Have we talked about the rationalists yet?
No, I've just been bitching about the fact that like AI creates videos of shit that already exists.
I
Speaking
mean,
speaking of the opposite, this was a few weeks ago. Trump shared and then deleted an AI video of himself talking about med beds, which are not real.
hmm,
Also, there's my fucking email for everybody to see, I guess.
how real is real?
Okay, so there's been this QAnon theory forever that the rich have these things called med beds, which can like cure all diseases and make you live for fucking 300 years or whatever. Like,
I mean, I'm currently playing Skyrim, but I've played Fallout as well. I get the
yeah,
idea.
no, it's literally the beds from Elysium is the thing. Like that bed that like Glenn Close or
Such
whoever
a
the actor
bad
plays.
movie. Not that one.
I never even
Ew.
saw it.
It's gross. It's
Oh,
like
System
all the
Shock had
good
them too,
part.
I guess.
It's like all the good parts of a movie that just don't add up to a good movie.
That's how I felt about Chappie, which I think was the same director, so that makes sense.
Wait, you didn't like Chappie?
Granted, I have not seen it since theaters, so maybe I'd like it more now. Or maybe I'd
There's
like it
something
less.
about the cringiness of the hip hop culture that just gets me.
I remember Walk Like Daddy. Like, I remember that whole scene.
Chappie's gonna pop a cap in their ass or something like that. And it was like, okay, yes, I love this. I love this.
So anyway, what is the rationalist thing you were saying?
Well, so the rationalists are a community of people, and they're essentially trying to bring about AI because they feel that it's going to help humanity. We're talking like Eliezer Yankowski type nonsense.
Okay.
And so I learned a lot of this particular story from a podcast called Behind the Bastards if you want to check into it. But
From what I've heard of them, they are great.
oh yeah, no, they have very solid heads on their shoulders, so I always appreciate the info I get from there. But there's a lot of subcultures within this group that some have devolved into Calvinism, but for AI. Some,
Okay.
yeah, no, okay, so you know the concept of the singularity, right?
Yeah.
So to these AI people, the singularity is inevitable. It'll happen.
Okay.
And so these guys who are in way too many like online forums and don't have a lot of online or like in-person talking time.
Always a
Well,
great thing for the human psyche.
always fantastic with an echo chamber. They'll end up talking about like logic problems. And so they have this concept called, I believe it's a past decision. It's the idea of like making, or oh, it's a timeless decision. That's what it is. Excuse me. And so the idea is they're making these choices outside of the now. So it'll apply to all points in their life. And so if an AI comes to exist, which it will immediately become super AI God and make the singularity. That's just assumed automatically, of course. And at that point, it will make the decision to punish anyone who hasn't supported the rising of this AI, because that will motivate people to then support the AI knowing it will do this.
Okay.
So the brains are cooked.
Yeah.
There's a large portion of people who are into this.
Hang on, I'm trying to find this is actually the exact one I was looking for. All this talk of AI and everything forgets the fact that if push comes to shove, we can just do this.
I mean, I hate to be the technical guy here, but everyone's always talking about AI, and they don't really mean AI.
Yeah, I mean, there's language learning models and generative AI. I mean, technically, like the computer-controlled enemies in a PS1 game are AIs. Like,
It's the same level of we're feeding a pattern to a set of circuits, giving it a certain amount of control and a certain amount of information, and saying, "Give me your best answer to this specific problem," and then doing it. It's like, okay, we jokingly will like talk about, oh wow, like the AI is learning, but like, how do you think you would get a character to walk the correct model path if you didn't have some sort of training? Like, I want to say it was the old Oblivion game. They had this problem because the characters were robbing each other, because like that's just what the NPCs thought was the logical thing to do with what they were given.
yeah.
But now we have new ones. They're
Yeah,
complicated.
now we have ones that make terrible artwork with no soul and then convince old people that, like, Portland is on fire or whatever.
Yeah, but the old people will be convinced by the TV that Portland's on fire anywhere. So like,
Oh, well, yeah, that's why. Where do you think they got their training data?
is the AI the problem, or is certain people manipulating technology just like they would TV the problem? Like,
Yeah,
okay, I love animation. I love cartoons. Do you like cartoons?
generally.
Me and you met over a class
Yeah.
about cartooning.
Yeah, we did.
However,
Comics is literature, everyone. Shout out to, what was that professor's name? I don't
oh,
remember.
don't ask me.
I shouldn't doctor. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
Shout out to the doctor who let me call myself Batman for
Yeah,
a whole
exactly.
semester. That's all I gotta say.
I'm less worried about AI becoming self-aware and more it distorting our perception of reality, causing societal collapse. Also, they rob old people by faking their grandkids as hostages. Yeah, that is true.
That's true. I mean, I guess what I'm thinking though is like, I low-key hate the concept of like all the shows that existed in the 70s that were just a commercial with extra steps.
Yeah,
Like, we can all glorify He-Man, but like that was a commercial.
that was the 80s, but yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong decade.
Yeah, but the 70s had that problem too, don't get me wrong.
G.I. Joe, the TV shows are just a G.I. Joe selling model.
It's what did Larry Hama himself described the comic book as word balloons on a toy catalog.
That's wild.
Now, granted, he said that in Robot Chicken. I don't know if like that's his actual thoughts, but
Well, you're just allowed to get away with things with Robot Chicken, but it's probably a little jokey too.
Reagan at his finest, so fucking true.
Facts.
All problems in the U.S. trace back to one of the three R's: Reconstruction, Reagan, or Rupert Murdoch.
What?
Every problem in the U.S. traces back to one of those three things: Reconstruction, Reagan, or Rupert Murdoch.
Slavery traces back to Reconstruction?
Well, they were talking about current problems, but yeah. Every current problem in America. Which
the prison industrial complex.
Yeah, so technically we do still have a form of slavery, and sure enough, it does trace back to varying extents Reagan and Reconstruction.
I'd argue they're a little set in earlier, but fair.
The Transformers show only exists because toy executives assumed kids wouldn't read. That is true.
But like, we don't want to blame animation for that as a whole. That does. I mean, nowadays, people take Transformers and they make deep cut lore about like, look at Megatron and the way he was betrayed by his people, and he's a bastion of it's a whole long steep thing. So like, once again, do we blame the technology, or do we blame the shitty people using it for their stupid means to manipulate people who are at best vulnerable, at their worst lost in a current of overwhelming information?
Here, I'm going to use an example, and I know you've seen it before, so I'm just going to play it probably silently, but hang on. It's kind of an Oppenheimer question. Yeah, that's true. So Oh, God
It was already a
damn.
bomb, though. He could
Oh,
have made a reactor.
here we go. So this is a cartoon short that I know you've probably seen before called Saturday Morning Watchmen.
What a flashback.
Yeah, this is an HD upload because the original was posted in like 2009. Now, this is funny because you're like, damn, human beings spent a shit ton of time making this silly thing. And that's not the only reason it's funny, but that's like, for at least for me, a huge part of why it's so funny.
I think that right there is why I think it's funny. That right there with Manhattan gets me.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing gets me, but
I don't know, man. I'm tired of Scooby Doo girl groups.
well,
Ew, I don't. This one's okay.
well, that's the point. Is that it's supposed to be like a cartoon made by people who didn't read the comic. At least that's kind of how I interpreted it. So
Really, I'm actually not thinking it. I'm seeing this as someone who reads the comic, understands the subtext, and then went, X-Men in the '90s was pretty cool. I
yeah, the
bet I could
people
get
who
a bunch of
actually
people who.
made this have read the comic, but I think the intention is that like in universe it's supposed to be someone who didn't read the comic just like taking the property. Anyway, that doesn't matter. The point is that part of why that's so funny is because human beings spent like 6 months of their lives making it. If an AI makes that, you just kind of go like, "Oh yeah, I guess that's what it would look like if Watchmen was a Saturday morning cartoon."
So it's the accessibility. I
Well,
mean,
it goes
to a
beyond the
degree,
accessibility, and it goes to the point of like, "Oh, this isn't special anymore."
could you say the same thing when you abandoned hand drawn animation and you went to like stuff made on a computer?
To some extent, yes.
So like, isn't that just we're always gonna feel that way?
Well, I mean, yeah, but the difference is that when you switch from hand drawn to computer animation, yeah, it's different. Yeah, maybe it loses something, but it's still human beings making this. Yeah, exactly. All art requires time to make. Time is not finite. You have given up your time to create something. Yeah, it's true. Like the question of how much of your life are you willing to give something? Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know. It just I'm not charmed by anything made by a computer or made by an AI, I should say, a language learning model.
I'm not charmed by it in a specific sense, but at the same time, I can imagine it being useful in the behind the scenes processes.
Personally, I'd rather put a gun in my mouth than do that. Joking, YouTube, joking. Don't worry. All content is satire.
All content involving guns always refers to Nerf guns.
Yeah, exactly. I've got Nerf guns in my basement I could go grab.
So that's what you mean when you say you're gonna go Nerf yourself, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, on a much happier sci-fi subject, I've been waiting to show the audience this because I wanted you to see it. Oh, hang on.
Oh, let's see.
They are remnants of human. Art is an appreciation by something recognizing that it will one day not exist, choosing to leave behind something of themselves. True. So I woke up to this news this morning, and my my happy week of Cheney croaking and Mamdani winning was punctuated by this.
Oh wow.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Jeez whiz.
And it's how they give out those little like mini sets if you get a certain one. You get this little thing if you buy it like within a certain time frame. You get the Ensign Row shuttle pod set.
That's neato.
Oh
Okay.
man, I want this thing so bad. Here, can I make it bigger? Check it out.
Uh you know, how better would our lives be if we just had a Betazoid around occasionally?
Yeah, I'm torn. So, like, you remember how famously Ronnie Cox guest stars and he tells her to wear a regular uniform or whatever?
Yeah.
As much as it sucks that she's not like walking around sexy anymore, you'll notice that after that storyline, suddenly Troy gets actual fucking like dialogue and stories again.
It's. I don't think we needed a sex object on the ship.
Oh no, I agree. I mean, I'll
I
still
think we were going
appreciate
so many places. And here's the thing. Realistically, having a sex object on the ship, I need Riker to want to go off and like just spread the greatness of the Federation, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like he can't be here. He needs to be there.
He's in a complicated situationship with her.
He's in a
Need?
complicated
No, because a
situationship with
person
half of the
is a
galaxy.
suggestion. Well, yeah, that's true. He literally has like a transporter clone that he has a complicated thing with.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. He is the man who is honest about would you? Because he would.
That's so cool that they did like a new hairpiece for Beverly. That is so cool, man. I hope this becomes a theme. I hope they make like 30 more Star Trek Legos.
I feel like I would just really enjoy like a Star Trek Lego game.
Oh, me too. Picard hairpiece is peak. True.
Like, I want to see a Lego Picard sitting there with like, look, how many Lego lights are there? Just,
oh yeah.
how many?
There are 4 lights. Except he's a Lego, so he's got his hands like this.
Yeah, exactly. Where like he's just doing like little Lego. I'm very angry, but it's so cute.
Of course, the cat is orange. Well, yeah, it's from the show, dude. The cat was orange in the show.
I mean,
now, as for why the cat's gender changed at least once mid-show, I couldn't tell you the
whoa,
answer to that one.
whoa! I mean, technically, according to the woke mafia,
that's true.
Beverly and that cat need to now be black.
It's also possible that Data keeps accidentally killing his cats and then just getting new ones and giving them the same name.
Take that off Data right now. You take that away from my boy. He is perfect.
Data's a good boy, and I shouldn't be mean to him.
He's perfect. Yeah, like Data's the only. Data is one of my favorite parts of Next Gen, and I think it's the reason I give Next Gen so much credit to do anything.
Also, I can't get over the fact that the saucer section separates. Oh,
it's great, dude. It just pops off as it should.
Yeah, I have a little tiny diecast model that does that, but it's only about that big.
Where are you in your Star Trek adventures?
I actually just watched, like 5 minutes before stream started, City on the Edge of Forever.
I know the name. I'm forgetting which one's which. Please help me out.
That's the one where they go to the planet where there's the big rock thing with the portal in it, and they go to the 1930s. And
yes.
Yeah, very famous episode.
What was another thing in that episode?
That's where Kirk falls in love with the woman from the 30s, but he has to let her die so that history can proceed as planned. And
we gotta love it.
Paramount Plus actually has, in addition to having the episodes in order, it's got a little 10-episode iconic episodes category, and City on the Edge of Forever is in there. It's the first one, in fact.
Oh, I know a very strange fun fact.
Wonder if Picard admires the legacy of Mayor Mamdani. Oh, you know he does. What's your fun fact?
You can find a reference to City on the Edge of Forever in the Fallout series, the really old ones from like 95 or something like that.
That doesn't shock me.
You travel back in time and see a version of yourself.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me for 1 second. Fallout is known for having
bunch of nerds.
I mean, they literally had like the nuked Indiana Jones skeleton in one of them.
Yes, they did. Just hanging in the fridge.
You're being a little pessimistic, Alex, because by then he'll not be known as Senator Mamdani. He'll be known as President Mamdani. We will all bow to the Mamdani date.
You guys are thinking small.
Yeah, Mamdani's mayorship is what starts us off on the course to the Star Trek future.
He is a Star Trek level politician. I will give him that.
Well, yeah, because in Star Trek, the politicians, even when they're stupid, at least somewhat believe their own shit.
I mean, interesting enough, the politicians in Star Trek are idealistic because they should be. They have not a military, but essentially a whole branch devoted to letting them be idealistic little children.
Yeah, plus no money changing hands because there is no money. That is true.
Except the Frankie.
Well, yeah, but you know what I want to see from fucking Star Trek?
What?
I want to see eugenics wars, like movie miniseries, but I want them to go full alternate history and just have it be a 90s period piece where shit goes wrong.
Here's where I'm having such a hard time now. Someone in the comments help me out if you're able. So in DS9 they established what is pretty much the Black Ops unit of the Federation.
Section 31.
Thank you. And in Section 30 or in Section 31, they're the ones who have allowed certain parts of the eugenics wars to happen because people keep trying to mess with them and time travel and stuff. Yeah. That's like one of the fun things. And they also handle a bunch of like the aberrant problems. Now they make this new TV show, and look, it's not even rated anywhere near where it needs to be. We need darkness in our Star Trek again, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna get that soon from where I'm sitting. So I don't think you're gonna get it.
Movie like earlier this year, but apparently it was terrible. So
that's what it was. Sorry, it was a movie, not a TV show. No, I started it and I was like, what is this? I'm upset.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I just heard it sucked. I'll get to it when I get to it. But
you have TV to watch. You have like good things to consume.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen, well, maybe not most anymore in terms of hours. If we're talking pre-streaming era Trek, I've seen probably most of it before, but I'm starting over.
Nah, I think literally DS9 and Voyager have like really long show runs that like will kind of put you.
Not any longer than Next Gen, like about the same. They ran for the same number of seasons.
Yeah, true.
But I've seen Next Gen and Enterprise and most of the original series, and all 5. Movies. Yeah, other than Section 31, I've seen all the movies, of course, too.
Are there? They don't really do many movies anymore, do they?
Not well, other than the Section 31 movie, which was straight to streaming. The last theatrical Star Trek was in 2016.
What I think will be impactful and what I've enjoyed a lot, is Lower Decks.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch Lower Decks. I know they have that crossover.
You can't watch Lower Decks yet.
Well, I know, but
you have to do your required reading that we all were supposed to do over summer break before you can read the book that we have to read this semester.
Yeah. I actually, and I know this will never fucking happen because it's a real idea, but you know how there's always like legacy sequels that are basically like reunion specials?
Sure.
So when they inevitably want to do one of those for Star Trek, I actually know what they should do. What they should do. What?
They'll do pretty much anything if they like it.
So here, I'm putting this out into the world. You can fucking pay me residuals, Paramount.
Sure.
So, of the original series cast, there are only 3 members left: Shatner, Takei, and Walter Koenig.
Who is the last one?
Walter Chekhov.
Thank you.
I always forget that he's still alive because the younger Chekhov from the new movies died.
Didn't he get pinned by a car in his
Yeah,
garage?
his fucking his SUV had a glitch where it would pop into reverse instead of park, and so it rolled down his driveway and pinned him against the fence, and he fucking died. 26 years old.
I have a hard time not chalking that up to you being cheap.
No, this was a real car. It was just like
No,
was,
I mean, but like you're rich or like you're pretty well off at least. Go get your car hooked up, guy. Like fix your car.
oh, this was like a well-known glitch that hadn't been recalled yet.
Oh, he didn't know.
No one did.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So anyway, so since Shatner, Takei, and Walter Koenig are the only ones left, I think you do a movie about the three of them. Now you might be thinking, but Captain Kirk canonically died in Star Trek Generations. Yes, he did, but that movie is shit. So I'm choosing to retcon it. So this is my pitch. It starts off with Sulu and Chekhov attending a funeral for one of them, maybe Uhura, because Nichelle Nichols is the one who died most recently, I think.
Okay,
So
go on.
they attend Uhura's funeral at the beginning, and they're all sad. And then they're like, that night they're sitting together having drinks, and they're lamenting the fact that they are the last two bridge crew members of the first Federation era Enterprise. And they're just, they're kind of reckoning with their legacy. How does it feel to, like, how do they feel about being the last two living members? And then all of a sudden, Kirk shows up at their doorstep. Kirk resurrected. He has no idea how he's alive. He remembers his death from Generations, but with no explanation to him, he just shows up again on Earth, and he needs their help. And then they go on, like, the three of them. I haven't written the whole movie, but they go on like an adventure together that pays tribute to all the past members of the cast without you doing any fucking horrific CGI necromancy. And yes, Alex, William Shatner is the one because he's still alive somehow. But the reason I thought of this, I was thinking of it initially with Kirk and Sulu, but then I was like, wait, Chekhov would still be alive too. So, with Kirk and Sulu specifically, you don't get to see them interact one-on-one very often in Star Trek. Like, I'm trying to think, when do we see the two of them, just the two of them, interact for more than like a minute?
You don't, because that's just not Kirk's. Like that's just not how we do.
Yeah, I mean, he hangs out with Spock one-on-one all the time. He hangs out with
McCoy. Whoa! That's the bro ship. That's the bro ship.
But he doesn't have that same kinship with Sulu.
He doesn't have the same kinship with anyone. He has.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, he has a bro, and I keep saying it because it's like they were roommates almost level of bro.
Yeah,
but he's got Starfleet.
Yeah,
Kirk.
He's got the Enterprise.
Kirk is Kirk for a reason. He is almost a man who you can't be close with because he's so above you.
Yeah, I mean, even in Generations, when the Enterprise B is being captained by Sulu's daughter, he kind of says, like, I didn't know Sulu had time to have a family.
I mean, if you look at the way the later generations talk about Kirk, it is reverence.
Yeah.
Because he is just a different kind of guy.
Yeah.
I think, okay. Am I allowed to play with this idea a bit?
Yes.
So, let's say if you want to make a motivation that's true to this logic, it's something about Spock has a hidden kid. You find out at Uhura's funeral, Spock has a hidden kid.
Well, that's actually not unprecedented because remember how in Star Trek 3, when he like is rapidly growing to adulthood, he has to go through the Ponfar? There's a thing they cut from that for time, but I think still made it into like the novelization or whatever, where Saavik, fucks him so he won't die. And there was going to be a line at the beginning of 4, because in 4, she shows up briefly, and then she's like, nah, I can't go on this one. You guys have fun. In the original draft of the script, part of why she didn't join them was because she was secretly pregnant with Spock's child.
That works.
So you could weave it right in.
You weave in a secret child of Spock. That's the only way you get Kirk, the weird admiral who he cares about business, but you can weirdly tell he just has agendas that he'll just take care of.
Yeah.
You just weave it into his narrative.
But
you could make something. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say you could make something fun here, actually, where like Kirk realizes his bridge crew had some cool people, and he never really cared.
Yeah,
you could have a nice moment there. If we can do Picard, and we can have Jean-Luc come to terms with let's say his bullheadishness.
Yeah.
Maybe we could have Kirk come to realize his lack of appreciation, or not lack of appreciation, his lack of closeness with some of his officers.
So you're getting to sort of the same idea I had. So in real life, Shatner and Takei don't really like each other very much.
Yeah.
Or at least Takei doesn't like Shatner very much. What you could do is essentially go super meta with it, and this movie is basically a court-mandated therapy session for Shatner and Takei, and you could weave that in the form of, like, now that they're not, there's no chain of command, Sulu can be open with it and be like, it still sticks in my craw, that decision you made on that thing, 30 years ago. I never approved of how you handled that.
This is probably going to be an unfavorable take.
Okay.
I don't know enough. Like, even when I think about this hard, I can't think about established Sulu character traits that would lead to true gripes.
Not gripes.
But like no, I'm saying like Sulu, like, okay, no, I'm saying like, I know you haven't gotten to say Voyager yet.
No, I
do you know anything about it?
I know Sulu makes a cameo in one episode.
No, but do you know about like Tom Paris, for example?
I know that they literally had to get him out of jail to join the crew. Like, I know the fucking videos I've seen about Voyager.
Okay, yeah. So they had to get him out of jail, but he's kind of I'm the best at my job, but I will call you on some things type of dude.
Yeah.
And the character was useful because we're not here. We're in I think they're in Delta Quadrant. Yeah. It's been a while, but
I think
they're not over here in. I think we're in Gamma Quadrant or Beta Quadrant.
Beta, I think. It's a bunch of sci-fi bullshit. Is the point?
Yeah, it makes sense when someone gives me a map, because like the map is nice, but point being, you aren't here. I can't court-martial you. Cool. So you're out there. And like you have some of these characters, like this guy, who will almost question their orders in the way that the audience has been doing.
Yeah.
And I realize with characters like this, it allows for me to understand them in a way that TOS characters, I just can't.
Yeah, the TOS guys, I'm assuming you're saying this because of Sulu. The TOS guys are very much consummate professionals.
I just don't know how much of Sulu's personality would have to be almost written for this story as opposed to fleshed out.
Well, that's kind of the point. Like, we don't get to spend much time with Sulu. Other than Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, we don't really get to spend much time with any of the original characters.
Well, okay, so if that's the case, we have to ask ourselves, is the point for the crew to almost be Kirk and Spock having like 30 hands and just being able to do things themselves.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, and I'm not saying definitely, but like maybe these people don't, their personalities are not really hyper focused on, because we're thinking more their sailor hands.
Yeah, well, that you could weave that in is what I like, because I was thinking like Sulu. I'm trying to think of like an example of an episode, maybe.
I guess the
I got
problem
one.
is, who's gonna write a whole personality for Sulu?
Well, it helps that they wrote him somewhat of one in the Kelvin timeline movies, so you could recursively adapt some of that.
Oh no.
Okay, I know you don't like those movies very much.
No,
but-
wait, no. I like the movies. That's not the problem. That's not no. Do not put on the record I don't like the movies.
Okay.
I like the movies very much. I don't like when people confuse the fact that it's a different timeline and we can't just enjoy other Star Trek that exist parallel to our Star Trek.
So here, like, this is kind of what was the episode called? The really famous one where they go to the Eden planet and the fucking the Klingons are giving them muskets and.
Oh no, I was thinking of the one where young Wesley almost dies because of crime.
Oh, that's Next Gen, but yeah, that's a different one.
Wait, you're thinking? Oh wait, TOS Klingons. Ew.
Yeah, what was in fact I just last night watched the first Klingon episode. Didn't George not want them to make Sulu gay on his behalf? Sort of. It was more just like he kind of said, like, it was basically that. Like, he wasn't opposed to it, but he was just like, that wasn't strictly necessary.
I always took this in a way that I'm not sure if this is what he meant, but like, I think George Takei didn't want how he is to be,
yeah,
or how he expresses himself to be associated with that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he wasn't mad about it. He was just kind of like, I don't really see the point, but whatever. I respectfully disagree, though, because Sulu's literal first line with dialogue is doing botany and hanging out with the Yeomans. So,
okay, but like, I really just need to throw here. Can the boys not like plants?
Oh no, they can, but you know, look, let's not pretend we don't see it when Sulu talks.
Okay? That's what I mean, though. Maybe the point was he didn't want that association.
Oh, I know.
Maybe that thing that we all see and we're like, oh, well, obviously. Maybe he's like, it's the future. It would be cool if that was not what this meant.
You could technically do the Chinese censorship trick and point out the fact that in Star Trek Beyond, it's not explicit that that other guy with his daughter is his lover.
We don't need to. I don't.
Because I distinctly remember when I watched Star Trek Beyond, I kept my eye out to see how explicit they would have it be that Sulu is gay. And that all that happens is he gets off the ship and there's another Asian dude standing there with their daughter. And the daughter goes, "Daddy," and she runs over and hugs Sulu. And then as the three of them walk off, he kind of pats the other guy on the shoulder.
There's a really reasonable question to ask here.
What's that?
Especially assuming how Chinese culture works, or just Asian culture in general. People not allowed to stay with their uncles?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing. They intended that to be Sulu's husband, but you could also interpret it as like, oh, that's Sulu's brother.
This is... Okay.
And yes, it was a Disney-ass cop-out.
All right, folks, I'm going to ask the same question. Or not the same question, but the reasonable question. How much can we undersell a relationship before we're not even showing the love anymore?
That hard. That's how far you can go with it.
I don't know, cause like I'm okay, so you always hate when I bring this up. Korra.
I know.
The ending.
I know.
Can I not hold my friend's hand?
In their defense, it was scripted as they kiss, and Nickelodeon wouldn't let them.
So then do something else.
Well, what they did was that immediately after it aired, they published a comic book where they showed the kiss.
But that's not enough.
No, I know. I'm just, Anyway, back to fucking Star Trek.
Slide a ring on her finger.
Yeah, I know. So, do you remember the TOS episode where it was like a Vietnam allegory where the Klingons were providing muskets to the primitive people and
Oh, yeah.
A Private Little War? That was the name of the episode.
I hate this. I hate this one. Yeah.
So, we actually watched that in my history of TV class in college.
Oh God.
So you could just for that episode as an example, that's one of the ones where Kirk makes what is arguably the wrong choice at the end, where he decides to help arm the other side.
Yeah.
You could have a bit where Sulu kind of says, I never agreed with the decision you made there. It doesn't have to be an argument between the two, but you can have Sulu say, that always stuck in my craw that you made that decision. And then you could have Kirk say, why didn't you tell me that at the time, like you said? And Sulu replies, because I'm a professional and I follow orders. And
I don't even think it's that, dude. I think it's Sulu is working a job on a boat. He's not paying attention. He's not watching all of this. I don't know how much the characters know about the very complicated stuff that later officers got into. Because it feels like the job's got more.
But he's typically privy to that shit.
It just feels like the job got more complicated the further it got on.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be any of this. I'm just I think there's room for a story.
Yeah, that could work.
Where Kirk has to reckon, especially because I thought of this with Sulu, but you can throw Chekhov in there. You can have Chekhov say, like Star Trek 2, for example. Star Trek 2 has that whole scene where he's held hostage by Khan, who remembers him even though he wasn't in the Khan episode. Don't worry about it. You can have a bit where Chekhov is like, hey, by the way, motherfuckers, I almost died to protect you from Khan, and nobody remembers that. Nobody gave me any fucking credit. I didn't even get a day off for my troubles.
When I think about Chekhov, I feel like the best usage you could use is he is a technical god in the world of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Everyone is just like, yeah, for some reason he knows a transporter better than everyone, except maybe one guy.
Yeah, Scotty's just about the only one who can outmatch Chekhov on that.
Nope, one other guy.
Who then?
Miles O'Brien.
Oh, okay, yeah, but we're talking about the TOS era. Miles O'Brien will be born for another 50 years.
What I'm saying is according to the lore, Chekhov went and taught a bunch of people.
Yeah, I guess
including
Miles O'Brien, right?
Obviously, including Miles O'Brien. Miles O'Brien had to have learned from Chekhov himself, which means Chekhov had to listen to a bunch of anti-imperialist ramblings from an Irish guy who's pissed off about the Federation for hours and hours. And I don't know. I just think at some point Miles O'Brien will be like, and you, why did you sit there and let Kirk treat you like a little slave? What's up with that? I read this and this and this. I just
realized if we were to do this, we'd have to come up with an explanation for where McCoy is. Because we obviously can't bring in DeForest Kelley because he's been dead for 30 years. And I'm not doing the fucking CGI necromancy bullshit. So we need to come, but McCoy canonically lives till next gen. So we'd have to
hold on.
An explanation of oh, he's in stasis or whatever.
No, he's just.
I got it. He has the same disease his dad died of, so they put him in stasis temporarily to work on some gene therapies and shit.
You could? Okay, hot take. This is where we can take actors from the Kelvin timeline and be like, hey, they had to put me into a new body. It sucks, Jim. Because honestly, that was the best version of McCoy that they could have made.
Yeah.
with the available tools. I don't know. I'd rather have a snarky guy who's not perfect than no McCoy.
Yeah, I just remembered this. The pilot episode of Next Gen has a cameo from DeForest Kelly in bad old age makeup because
Huh.
he wasn't quite old enough. And they
Really?
literally say, "Well, Dr. McCoy, you're 137 years old. You can't be going on a space voyage."
Yeah, just put him in a new body.
Yeah, you could do that. You could have that be the reward at the end. The reward for getting through the movie. You get the little Kirk McCoy reunion.
Yeah, I'm like that would be wholesome if you gave Shatner the old school stage direction of you're seeing an old friend, have fun with it, and
Yeah,
you
well,
give the new guy the stage direction of just play.
so I pitched this to a friend of mine who said it's a great idea, but Shatner would never sign off on it because it's too meta. And my response was, that's why it's perfect. Shatner gives his best performances when he doesn't know what's going on.
I don't think Shatner's anti-meta. I think he doesn't understand a lot of what you would do with it.
Well, yeah, that's what she was saying. And also, let's be frank, Shatner has a rather high opinion of himself. He might not go for a plot where the whole thing is Kirk reckoning with his legacy.
Well, let's be real. Shatner has a high opinion of himself, and you throw out Jean-Luc Picard. Like literally, Patrick Stewart is a point where you can actually poke at Shatner's ego. Where you're like, "Oh no, I'm sorry. The other Broadway guy was better than you. I'm sorry. You are 100% correct."
He is 100 years old nearly. Somehow, not only is he still alive, he's still pretty healthy and cogent and everything.
I I think a lot of people need to work until they die, not slave away, but need to do what life has them doing. And Shatner's an actor. Have him doing acting.
Yeah, I mean, he seems happy doing it, so I'm not complaining.
It's like Dick Van Dyke. Dude will dance until he dies.
It's just nuts to me that he's the one who's lived this old because, one, he has always been kind of a fat fuck. And two, he had pretty severe alcohol issues for years. You'd think that would have taken a toll on his health. Nancy Pelosi. True. Yeah, it is kind of, I mean, I know he got sober decades ago, but like given how many years he spent drinking like a fish, you'd think that would have damaged his health, but I guess not.
I don't know. He's motivated so hard.
Yeah. No,
people's egos just drive him.
He's a hard worker.
And weirdly enough, if you think about it, he was either going to lead a cult, be a politician, or be William Shatner.
In a way, he is leading a cult. He's leading the cult of Star Trek.
Absolutely. You don't lead the cult. He's a member we enjoy.
I remember back when the 2009 Star Trek movie was coming out, that's kind of when I started getting into Star Trek, but I knew I shouldn't start there, so I went back and I watched a bunch of it. There was an article from like one of the semi-comedic news sites, like one of the ones where it's news, but the article writers are allowed to be funny too, like the Atlantic or whatever. And it was like a timeline of major Star Trek events, meaning real life ones. Like, this year is when the series premieres. This year was Wrath of Khan, and there's like a little summary with a joke in it somewhere. And then one of them is like 700 years from now. And the timeline thing just says Star Trek has long been forgotten, but a radical cult has formed around TJ Hooker.
Yes. Yes. Excuse me for 1 minute, folks.
That's no problem. Ugh. Personally, I think that you could do some cool shit with Sulu and Chekhov. Especially if you get Walter Koenig doing the bad accent, because that's part of Chekhov's charm. Is that just gave me an idea. I gotta wait till Nick gets back for. I'm so fucking smart. Hang on, let me close this. He just won't drop. It really is so like I said, I'm not shocked Shatner's still alive. He is rich after all. I'm shocked that he's so healthy for his age. Like I'd believe he's old, but I'd believe he was 70, not 94. I don't know how the fuck he does it.
I have returned with something interesting.
They will never do this, but I just had an idea. Chekhov. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. You should have a scene with Kirk, Sulu, and Chekhov where they're arguing, and Chekhov gets so mad that his Russian accent disappears, and he reveals that he's been American the entire time and that he was faking the accent. They'll never do it, but that would be really funny.
See, okay. I kind of feel like the TOS people. I really enjoy what they did. I don't know if I want to see more in their age from their generation.
That's fair. I'm more talking about if this thing has to exist type of like I've got the Matrix Resurrections attitude of, well, this is going to exist with or without me, so I might as well make it have ideas.
Okay, if it's gonna exist, then we're gonna take some of the newest gen Star Trek people and roast them. Okay. If this has to exist, then I'm taking out my wild card, Jack Quaid.
All right.
And Jack Quaid,
yeah, he can show up.
Because here's the thing. The best part about Lower Decks is that the two main characters, Jack Quaid, and I forget his co-star.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she's fantastic. They're both great voice actors and in-person actors. So Lower Decks, or I don't know which series actually technically made this episode.
Are you talking about the crossover?
Yeah, the Strange New Worlds Lower Decks thing. I think it might be a Lower Decks episode technically.
I think it was Strange New Worlds because it was live action, wasn't it?
Oh, that's the fun of it. There's two.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. So they probably did one half in each show.
Yes. And both of them are themed the way that the shows work. So, I don't know if you know this, every time you have a show that's like based for the 22 minutes, the spaces between words and jokes just have to be smaller, and there's like a math formula for it. And every time a character is on a 44-minute, you have to talk a little longer just to let the drama hang in the air.
Yeah.
And they swapped, like both set of actors swapped their entire set of dialogue.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
So they're like talking completely differently, and it's really fun.
Yeah, and I like that.
And I think what we found was, one, that works, and two, it's great to see a Star Trek nerd about Star Trek. So we take Jack Quaid's character, Boimler, and we put him here. And, you know, I feel like Sulu might not say this question, but I feel like he would say a question to Kirk while Sulu's in the room, and he'd keep saying things to where Sulu, you see him just like, yeah, what? Well, you would have the inciting element through things we already know work. Because, like, I just can't get Sulu to talk in my head. I don't know what he's going to say that's going to be angry.
Yeah.
Like, I can think of him being snarky and sassy, I guess, but that's more stereotypical than anything.
As long as he swings a sword, because as Plinkett pointed out, that's the only thing the average person knows about Sulu.
I know he has it. I don't really know he's good with it.
Well, he was good with it in the one episode where we see him do it. Like, that episode establishes that fencing is a hobby of his.
Yeah, but, like, fencing, though.
Well, that's what he was doing, was that he was
yeah, no, but, like, fencing is the most... Like, it's the silliest form of combat ever.
Yeah, well, that's why the 09 one instead went racist with it and gave him a collapsible katana and turned him into a ninja.
Is that racist?
No, but I just felt like saying that.
Like, can't we just acknowledge, I don't know, they probably have the best swordplay if you're considering modern armors.
Also, that episode, which I believe is called The Naked Time, is notable for a little piece of early installment weirdness I've never heard anyone else reference, which is Spock makes a joke.
Isn't that when he's trying to work on his humor?
Well, I mean, Spock makes little snide remarks all the time.
No, I mean, like, isn't there a certain point where Spock is trying to, like, work on his humanity? And so he's like,
I felt like that was Data, because Spock is, like, trying to be as little like human beings as possible most of the time.
fuck, what? I thought there was a point where Spock just was accepting his human point.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, that's not what I'm referencing.
Oh,
Because
blend us
Spock
together.
makes little comments with an eyebrow raise. But in the episode where Sulu, yeah, exactly, when Sulu goes nuts and starts swinging the fencing saber around, after he gets knocked out, Spock says, "Take D'Artagnan here to the medical bay," which is not a Spock line. It's kind of like a little piece of early installment weirdness that charms me.
Fun fact: Spock is making a reference to the ancient Earth film Django Unchained.
Yes.
D'Artagnan.
Well, this isn't Star Trek, so I don't want to get off on this too much, but have you watched Alien Earth yet?
I don't know what that is.
It's the new TV show about, like, it's the Alien franchise, but it's actually set on Earth finally.
Oh no! What the? Is it good?
It's fantastic, yeah. It's probably my favorite Alien anything since Aliens.
Oh wow!
Which doesn't say much, but you know. So anyway, in a similar case to that, two of the main characters in Alien Earth are brother and sister. And we have flashbacks to them as kids. Yeah, here Alex is talking about it. It's the one that canonizes Ice Age, because we see at least one big, and then they show it a couple more times, flashback of them as kids watching Ice Age. Which is just kind of like funny that a thing set in the Alien world references a movie that was made 30 years after Alien, but or I guess
As in
25 years
like
after Alien.
Sid the sloth thing?
Yeah, there's a fucking so this show. Part of why it's so great, it has kind of old-fashioned cinematography, including the use of dissolves to transition.
Okay.
And at one point, when the girl, Wendy, when she finds out, she was told that her brother had died, and she finds out her brother's alive, and she kind of like they show that flashback again for a second of them watching Ice Age together. But they do it via dissolve rather than cut. So there's just this frame of Wendy like staring off into space, looking emotional, with fucking Sid floating in the ether next to her. But it works. Like, it shouldn't be emotional, but it is.
I hate this.
It's such a great show. Like, I cannot recommend it highly enough. It I said this back when I was first starting the stream that it's the first Alien thing since the original, and I'm including Aliens, where it aesthetically looks like the original. Because Alien takes place like 70 years later in a whole different part of the galaxy, so it makes sense that the like environments and tech would look different. But this only takes place like 2 years before the original. So, like, when they show one of the Weyland-Yutani ships, it's not the Nostromo, but one of the other ones, it looks exactly like the Nostromo.
That's just okay.
Like, there's a whole scene where they're sitting around eating dinner, and it's shot in the exact same angles and everything from the original, and it looked so much like it that for just a second I thought it was, and then I realized, wait, no, these are none of the same actors.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
But, like, they framed it the same way. Like,
Yeah.
the dude with the longer hair was sitting in this chair, so we get the actor with the longest hair, we sit him in the same chair. Like, they fuck with you. They make you think for just a second that you're watching Alien.
Okay.
It's an awesome show.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Yeah, and yeah, the season's over now, so you can watch all 8 of them in a row if you want.
I gotta catch up on a couple of things. Gotta watch latest season of Foundation.
Yeah, Alex is right. The actors look like they're from the 70s. They really do. Not just their hairstyle, but they have like 70s phrenology.
70s phrenology.
Yeah. It's an awesome fucking show.
I don't know how to use that word other than a way that scares me.
Well, yeah, that's kind of why I'm stealing its power by joking about 70s actors.
This just in, folks. If you drill inside the back of the head of a 70s actor, you will see a small dimple. Now, this dimple is larger than the dimple you would find on, say, you're a 70s laborer, your 70s pimp, or you're a 70s disc jockey. And this dimple just accentuates I'm an actor.
Yeah, it does.
Just tell them.
Cigarettes aged you, man. Like to bring it back to Star Trek. Like DeForest Kelley was only like 45 when the show started, and it's not like he looks old, but he doesn't look 45 either.
I have to say it. I can't. Why are you making me do this? So, I guess couldn't really see DeForest for the trees, huh?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear the name, I just can't help it.
I believe in phrenology. Look at most of the administration, demons, and they look it. It really is true.
Sounds like we're just talking about the melanin challenged.
Yes, well, mostly. Though the haircuts, so I'm gonna get racist here. Black people are immune to phrenology, seemingly, but in keeping with that, the black dudes in Alien Earth have 70s looking haircuts and beards and shit. It's awesome.
I mean, black people just look like black people.
Well, yeah, but they look like black people with 70s haircuts. Like it's awesome. I love 70s haircuts.
Like just Jerry's?
Well, like here, I'll pull up an image of the main guy. What the fuck was his name? Morrow, yeah.
His name was Robert Paulson.
His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
I saw a Tyler Durden when I was out in Salem on Halloween.
They also got a lot of people with bowl cuts. They did. Okay, so here it is. Now, this isn't like the most 70s look ever, but this look would definitely be right at home in a late 70s movie.
He just looks like Vince Staples.
Well, yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a cultural thing or if it's enforced by Hollywood, but the rule seems to be, especially in movies and TV, that all the fucking black dudes have to shave their heads. Like, it seems to be the only haircut that's allowed for some of them.
Well, if you have a black guy who doesn't shave his head, he then has to care about his hair. If he cares about his hair, you naturally have to make him a black forward character. That's why afros are allowed, but only on civil rights characters.
Yeah, exactly. But like this guy, I mean, not that this is a big afro, but like that's a real haircut. Like it's a very it's
that
an
just seems like
unapologetic black haircut.
I really don't. I don't think about that as a haircut. That's just hair. Like he ain't got his haircut in a minute. Like boy needs a lineup. Well,
to be fair,
boy needs a lineup. Like he's just there. He's just chilling.
Yeah, black people have some of the coolest fucking hair sometimes, and I really wish that society didn't shit on it so much. But yeah, like that, or like the afro, or hell, I like fucking Jerry curls well enough too. Like we gotta stop shitting on black people's hair.
Jerry curls are sometimes bad for the hair. It depends on the type, but
yeah, I'm not judging whether or not it's bad for your hair. I'm just saying,
I'm not gonna lie. I think the problem is less we need to not shit on black people's hair, and more maybe just not enforce Western beauty standards as much.
That too.
Because like
my dad had an afro. It was not a good look, but it was natural. Well, yeah, I mean your dad is white, so that doesn't help.
Are we respectively? We talking to Jufro?
Yes, that was the next comment. Technically, it was a Jufro.
Oh, okay, okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I love a good fro on anyone. I will say, one of the banes of being black is when my hair's out, and I I think the guy who claps in the Oval Office here can completely agree. When it is out, it is big. I got big hair.
Yeah, it looks tight. It looks fucking cool as shit.
If I had a nickel for every single old guy that came out to me, like, man, I had hair just like you back in the day. It's like, no, you didn't. You had loose curls. You don't know hair types. You're lame. Like a fro is such a delicate balance. That's just no one has the time for it anymore.
Oh no, I completely get it. I just like the aesthetic.
It's such a good aesthetic. But
It's like one of those to take it to another group that gets shat upon by society a lot, women. Do I think women look really nice in like 3, 4, 5-inch heels? Yeah. Do I get why they don't wear them every day? Yes.
I mean, that's no. My hair is not an accessory.
True, but
No. But like just as far as heels, that's not practical all the time.
well, yeah,
I gotta
exactly.
do things. My hair is always practical. It's just,
Balding.
do I have bald? Man,
Yeah, I lucked out because your hair genes typically come from your mom's dad, and my mom's dad had a full head of hair till the day he dropped dead. So
I'm gonna throw this out there. Balding is not the sentence it used to be back in the day.
that is true.
And I say this, I know I got a fuck ton of hair, but shave your head. If you're ever worried that you're losing your hair, shave your head. And it's fantastic looking.
Yeah.
It's great. Walter
My dad
White?
refuses to do that because he says his head is a weird shape.
Yeah, but that man's also lanky, so he can't pull it.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to have a little bit of build in your shoulders. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, I've got a little bit more than him because I got my uncle's genetics, my mom's brothers.
You're built like a hill troll. Don't you lie to the people out here.
Well,
It's
now I
deceiving.
am because I got fucking fat, but before I was
No,
fat.
no. That's not what you are built like one of those trolls in Skyrim, and they're not fat. They're no, not trolls, giants. Those like giants that just hang out with like the elephants. Yeah. You are one of the most deceiving people you ever see because you sit in a chair and you're like, he's just the same size as us. And he stands up, folks, and he is head and shoulders above you every time.
6'1". It's not that exciting.
It's not exciting for you because you do it all the time. It's
Alex
the first
is
time
fucking
anyone
taller than me
What?
by like an inch, but
Dude, the first time I encountered you, I was like, this man is big.
I mean 6'1" isn't that tall, but like I guess.
It's not. Maybe it's just you wear it well.
Maybe. I don't know. But my I mean my both sides of my family, but especially my dad's, everyone has long legs. So I've got relatively long legs, like roughly the same length as his, but then I also have a long torso, which he does not have because I got that from my mom's brother.
Okay.
Well, I got it from my grandfather, but like he's dead now and my mom's brother isn't, so but yeah, like he's got the longer torso and he used to swim too, so he's got the really broad shoulders from that. So I kind of like from the waist down I'm the same height as my dad, and then from the waist up I'm like an inch or two taller.
Waist down, you're the same height as your dad.
Yeah,
I really feel like that was a measurement that the family should have taken together.
Well,
but
I've never seen that one, but knowing how he acts, I can't fucking picture it's very big.
Man, to actually pack in just 12 inches of slap him.
Well, I mean, then again, Bill Maher supposedly has a big dick, and Bill Maher has the most needle dick energy of any human being I've ever watched. So,
I mean, how do you know this?
because I saw via a YouTube show I watched, they watched a short where a porn star named Tiana Trump, no relation, was she was being interviewed on this podcast. And they asked, like, yeah, I heard you fucked Bill Maher. And she's like, yeah, I did. And they're like, how was it? And she goes, whatever. But then she says, he had a big dick, though. Like, she didn't say how big, but I guess it was, like, pretty sizable.
Do you ever just hear a thing and you're just sitting there like, every next sentence was not what I expected?
Well, here, I'll take it a little further. Not as crazy, but just funny. So she goes on to say the reason the sex wasn't that good, it wasn't like because of him or because of her. It was because she's young and athletic and she likes to fuck really fast and aggressively. She is a porn star after all. And Bill is like, whoa, slow down. What's the rush, baby? And she's not really, as the podcast guys I was watching pointed out, Bill is like 70 years old. He can't really do much more than slow down. What's the rush anymore? But Tiana Trump, I guess, wanted more like acrobatic sex, but he's a 70-year-old man, so he was limited in what he could do. You good there?
No. No.
That is a lot more than any of us needed to know about Bill Maher's sex life.
I just... No.
Speaking of his sex life, I guess I don't know if they're actually dating or if it was just a photo they took together, but I heard rumors that he's now dating the 31-year-old ex-wife of Al Pacino.
I don't know why, but that pisses me off.
Yeah, all right, look, I mean, Al Pacino at least deserves it. Like,
okay, this is gonna sound really silly. From the amount of criminal movies that Al Pacino's in, I just feel like betraying Al Pacino is not a thing you should do as a human being. Like, it
I'm
just
guessing he left her, honestly.
Hey, doesn't matter if I leave you.
They have a child together too. Like, he had a fucking kid number.
Yeah,
7
no,
to be
what?
engaged.
When you're trying to be you trying to mess around and be stepdaddy to Al Pacino's baby, you're gonna end up with a bullet in your brain. Like,
according to a thing I saw online today, she has also in the past dated Clint Eastwood and who was the third one? Let me find out. Help me, Twitter.
please be another guy who's in criminal movies. Come on.
Not criminal movies. It was some. Who was it? I can't believe what I'm typing in to find this tweet.
It's not worse than any of your Google searches, let's be honest.
It's not that it's so bad, it's just like the sequence of words I'm having to type.
Fair.
Which I'll read to you when I find the tweet I'm looking for.
Do your thing.
Come on, man. I saw you there like an hour ago. I know you exist. Fuck you.
You sound like my family in traffic.
Come on. Oh, yeah, here we go. Bill Maher is dating Al Pacino's 31-year-old ex-girlfriend, and the photographic evidence is better than you could have imagined. Now, where is the tweet that I'm looking for? Come on. Where are you, you son of a bitch? Here we go. Okay. This is from a few years ago because she was only 29 at the time.
What's that? It?
Al Pacino's 29-year-old, 8 months pregnant girlfriend has previously dated him, Mick Jagger, and Clint Eastwood. She's collecting old man cum like Infinity Stones.
Stop that.
That's the phrase that I had to type in. She's collecting old man cum like Infinity Stones. Yeah, that is so fucking funny. Oh my god, wait, hang on, I didn't know this part. I love her because she's rich on her own and just loves old famous men. It's truly a great performance art piece.
Did you think she was trying to get the money from them? None of them are dead. She's not doing that.
Well, no, but they still will like toss you money here and there.
Depending.
Not every sugar baby is in it to inherit the whole estate. Some of them are just like, fuck it, I could use a trip to Paris.
I suppose. But like that's shooting for the heavens to try to get a piece of gold.
Yeah, well, you know what? Al Pacino made Dog Day Afternoon. As far as I'm concerned, he can date all the inappropriately young women he wants as long as they're adults.
It's wild that's where you go, but sure.
It's not his most famous, but it might be my favorite of his.
Oh. I found a picture of you.
Oh no. Oh yes, very funny. Fuck you. I'm not even that muscular. Here. You know what? I'm calling it on the stream in a minute anyway because I know this edible's going to kick in. But I don't want to accidentally get to the point that I'm willing to show my dick. But here, I will show you what my stomach looks like.
Show your cock. I mean, did you not see the belly on this giant here?
Yeah, but he was way more muscular than I am.
Listen, he's swinging a hammer that's just half the size of yours. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why my back hurts all the fucking time because I'm carrying that thing around all day. Yeah, and on that note, I'm gonna leave so that we can end stream. So, good night, everyone. Here, let me just make my way out. I'll see you all on Tuesday. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit the dumbass little bell icon, drink your water, wipe your ass, take your medicine, and fill your CPAP machine with distilled water, not tap water. Good night, everybody.
Take care of those lungs. Bye-bye.